Man, what's the most controversial thing you love about your girlfriend? I've always been the quiet guy, the one who nods in meetings, never sends food back at restaurants, and apologizes when someone else bumps into me. So when I started dating Sierra 2 years ago, my friends were genuinely confused. Sierra wasn't mean or anything, but she had zero fear of confrontation, like none. If someone cut in line at the grocery store, she'd tap their shoulder and make them walk to the back. If a coworker interrupted her, she'd stop mid-sentence and say, "I wasn't finished," so coldly that the whole room would freeze. My buddies started calling her the attack dog behind her back, but never around her because honestly, they were scared. My mom pulled me aside at Christmas and asked if Sierra had anger issues. I tried explaining that she wasn't angry, just direct, but mom just shook her head like I was making a huge mistake. Here's the thing, nobody gets. I absolutely love this about her. It's the most controversial thing I could admit. My brother almost spit out his beer when I told him. "Wait, you like that she's like this?" he asked. I nodded. Dude, it's like having a guard dog that pays taxes. I never have to fight my own battles anymore. The restaurant incident really showed who Sierra was. We ordered chicken, and hers came out still pink in the middle. I would have just eaten around it. Sierra called the manager over, showed him the raw meat, and when he offered to recook it, she said, "No, I'd like to know why your kitchen is serving food that could hospitalize someone." 10 minutes later, the manager was apologizing with tears in his eyes. Our entire meal was free, and I was just sitting there eating my fries, watching my girlfriend dismantle a grown man with nothing but facts and eye contact. But the landlord situation was when I knew I'd marry this woman. Our landlord, this guy named Phil, sent us a bill for $900. Pet damage fee, it said. We never owned a pet. Not a fish, not a hamster, nothing. I was ready to just pay it to avoid conflict. Sierra laughed when I suggested that. "Cameron, baby, go take a nap. I'll handle this." She printed out our entire lease agreement, highlighted every single pet-related clause in yellow, and scheduled a meeting with Phil for the next day. Then she called her friend Vanessa, who's a lawyer, and asked her to come just for moral support. When we showed up to Phil's office, he saw Vanessa's briefcase, and his face went white. Sierra laid out the lease on his desk like she was teaching a child to read. "Show me where we agreed to pet ownership, Phil." He couldn't. He stuttered something about previous tenants and mistake in the system. Sierra smiled, not a nice smile, and said, "So you're admitting you tried to charge us $900 for damage we didn't cause? That's interesting." Vanessa didn't say a single word, just sat there looking official. The feed disappeared in under 5 minutes. I brought Sierra flowers the next day. She put them in a vase and said, "You know I'd go to war for you, right?" I knew. That's exactly why I loved her. My friends think I'm crazy. My parents think she's controlling, but they don't get it. For the first time in my life, someone's got my back so hard that nobody can touch me. Sierra fights battles I didn't even know I was allowed to fight. She taught me that being quiet doesn't mean being a doormat. Last week, my boss tried to skip my raise during reviews. Before I could say anything, Sierra texted me, "Forward me that email right now." I did. She drafted a response so professional and so devastating that my boss approved the raise within an hour. My girlfriend's scarier than my boss, and I've never felt more protected in my entire life.